Smite to data mining. They're adding daily, weekly quests soon. I don't really care about that stuff. I know some people do it. There's a refreshing shop feature. Not sure if it's planned for temp items like Fortnite Road Company or it just offers like in Smite 1. Probably just like Smite 1, which is trash. New Conquest map layout image below. Okay, so they're shifting red over. They're swapping red in the rock and moving it over. And they're shifting speed over and putting a small camp here is what it looks like. They're squaring this off. That's weird. Wait, what the fuck is all this? Yo, we're getting more camps. We're getting 3 more camps. I think people were guessing that this is for like next year, like early next year. So a few months. What? This side has 4 potential camps. Oh no, this one does too. If this is 4 small camps on each side, that is so much farm. That might be too many camps. We'll see, I guess. That's weird. All right, so we got the dual match mode, whatever game mode. Joust block out map below. It's the bow map. Looks like they're pretty much bringing it back exactly as it was. No changes at all. See, I know they have had trouble balancing Joust and dual maps. And I'm pretty sure this was the one that everyone liked the most, I think. But not having a change map is crazy to me. Arthurian art style. There's an NPC ballista that's for Joust. The game mode has a bar that is filled during time and god kill, which probably spawns the ballista. Enemy towers are disabled once the bar is filled. Oh, never mind. Okay. So if you get a bunch of kills, you disable the tower and you can just kill the tower that way. 3 buff types. Purple buff seems to have multiple creatures. It fills with time. If it's full, then it keeps spawning creatures until it's empty. What? Each monster kill for purple gives you attack speed and pen that stacks. Each stack is lasted for 5 seconds, 1 by 1. What? Red and blue are normal buffs. Lost Knight boss stats. 2200 to 11,000 HP. Okay. Rank. Yo, that dude's probably going crazy. That guy is probably going crazy. What's his fucking name? What's that dude's name? You guys know who I'm talking about. The weirdo on YouTube who used to say like adapting and everyone wasn't good and he was better and he would challenge them to arena and then they'd say, yeah, let's play, and he wouldn't ever play. What's up, Meep? I don't remember that guy's name. He's so weird. I can't remember his name. Talents are a new system Hi-Rez is introducing into Smite 2. The system allows you to choose between different talent options that will apply or modify how your abilities behave. For the moment, we only know talents for on her. Wait, we already knew this. This is the same shit they said last week. Talents are permanent. It's probably 1 per match. There's no cooldown that relates to the purchase. Whoa. Talent 1 buffs basic attack, buff duration 2 to 4 seconds, strength scaling 50%, empowers base damage 10 to 30. Wait, what? They don't have a second talent for Bacchus yet? So this is gonna go on Bacchus 1, I guess. Talent 1 makes Bacchus 1 even better. If you want like a damage Bacchus. Bologna 1, prevent all damage taken from the next basic attack. Works with ability 1, accumulating block stacks up to 3 max stacks. She can also apply knockback. Okay, talent 2. This talent buffs Bologna to add more distance to an unknown thing. It's gotta be the 2 or the 3, I'd assume. Fenrir 1, works with ability 3, base damage, strength scaling, passive ready, strength scaling, slow. It makes the 3 slow? What the fuck? Yo, if these are even remotely real, this is gonna be kind of hype, dude. Talents could be crazy hype because it'll make a god like Bacchus where like people want to run him damage. Maybe this is enough to make him, you know, you can go a damage build or a tank build. Okay, if they do this right, this is crazy because a big problem with the game has always been you can do too much, right? Like a tank can also do too much damage, or I don't know, like a mage that fucking does good consistent damage over time can also burst too hard. It's like that. This might be a way for them to make you choose one playstyle over the other and then have all the items just in place at a set level where they don't have to keep being changed all the time. This is gonna be crazy for them to balance though, bro. Frizz, he has multiple builds. Like in mass PvP, you're not gonna be doing damage. You're gonna be only healing. If you're doing damage, you're not doing your job. Yeah, more options is more fun, which means the game doesn't get stale. I like that. Any updates on Vari? If we don't get Aladdin until like January, we won't see this motherfucker until like March. They still haven't found anything new on him yet. Same stuff for Aladdin. They have a new timeline. Oh, they're thinking Izanami is the 4th. They hinted at something. I think other people did say Izanami. Wait, whoa. Abilities below. Hold on, let's keep going here though. Let's keep going. They're thinking Poseidon and then dude. Okay. If we get Thor, I don't think we're getting Thor and Nemesis in the next patch. I think we're getting Nem and Kepri. I don't know when we're gonna see Thor. I hope it's coming, because this drop, if we got Thor, Nem, and then Poseidon and Agni, do you know how fucking good the core gods would be? And then they have Afro, Pele, Cupid. I don't know what they're gonna do to Cupid. These two will be sick. I know Ul is somewhere in there. Oh, Ul's in here. These are the others. This also, yeah, bro. The 50 god dump is gonna be wild. It's gonna be crazy. They have 2 fun gods round out the bottom. They've got a lot of like casual gods that people just spam the fuck out of and won't stop playing. They've got a lot of base gods like Hunbats. I'm a little excited, boys. I remember reading Kepri's shit. We went through this. This ability is no, not this ability. This ability is crazy now, because at max distance, so your 2 used to just be a ball you threw out and it just rolled through, and anyone it hit, it put a dot on. Now it does that, but then at the end, it does like has an area that it hits, which is kind of crazy. Where it will reapply. So I'm guessing you could maybe double hit somehow. I don't know. And then there was something else on here, right? Oh no, was it the ult? There was something else. It had just been the ult, because the ult now gives movement speed and a buff, so this can be used offensively. Kepri's ult used to be like this, by the way, in Smite 1, and it was really nice, because if you had a god like Kali who was just going crazy, you didn't really want to save your ult for the Kali. You wanted the Kali to get the kills, to get the last hits, and just keep rolling through them. So this could be used offensively, which I can't wait to see what that means for competitive play. Nemesis, I have not seen this yet. Enemies judged, total number of enemy gods killed while they were affected. Oh wait, these are the trackers. Okay, hit chain is the same. Boom, big overhand. Passive, hitting enemies with basic attacks reduces their in-hand power, strength, and intelligence while increasing yours. All right, so standard Nem stuff. Dash in a line, passing through all enemies. Deals 40 damage, physical damage to all enemies. May dash again in 2 seconds. May use basic attacks and abilities between dashes. So this didn't change at all. This is kind of disappointing, because my input for the god is, I think this is the worst ability in the entire kit. I think it's the most boring ability, and it's one of the most misused abilities. And I wanted them to change, like, out of all the abilities, I felt like this was the one that needed to be changed the most. Ability 2, slash in a cone. You said the center take double and are slowed, so that's the same. That's not very much slow. Ability 3, again, 100 to 300 health for duration. Heal 50% of the damage taken. Scales off int, and this scales off of max health. All right, reflects 35% of the damage taken, which scales off strength as physical damage. So choose a single enemy god, dealing 7 to 17% of the current health as physical damage to them and all enemies that are around them. Gain movement speed, a percentage of the enemy's protections. Reduce enemy's movement speed and protections by the same amount. On hitting an enemy, a homing projectile spawns from them and grants the buffs when it reaches you. So you ult them, and this projectile starts coming right to you. And when it reaches you, I'm assuming you avoid 75% of their protections. Oh, so this is a secondary buff to just yourself. So it's still doing... Hold on. Gain protections equal to the enemy with the most protections. So you take their health, you get movement speed and a percentage of the enemy's protections, and you reduce with the same amount. So you're still stealing protections, you're still doing that, but then on top of it, you get a buff. The buff makes you, I assume, avoid 75% of the of whatever you're hitting is probably a 75% damage or protection debuff. That's my guess. 5 seconds. Speed buff is 10 to 20%. Protection buff is 25%. Or do you not get these? No, because you just don't get these buffs till you get the projectile, right? I am so confused, because either this is 2 separate things, which would make it a really big buff, or this homing projectile is just giving you this part of it, which is not a big buff. But then I'm thrown off by this part. On hitting an enemy, a homing projectile spawns from them, granting the buffs when it reaches you. I have to see this, because the wording on this doesn't make any sense. Which is probably because it's data mined, but yeah, I don't know. I will say this is an extremely Like, if this is a double buff, if this is like, hey, this is fucking them for everybody, right? Like they're losing their protections, and then this is something for you. It's OP, but also very boring. And if it's not, if it's just this, you have to hit your projectile to get anything, which just doesn't make any sense. Yeah, because look, all enemies around them. So you have an AoE ult that I think does all of this. And then I'm assuming once, if you hit them afterwards, any of the people that actually get hit by it, I'm guessing you get this to spawn. But I'm guessing your shield could proc this too. Maybe that's why it's like it'll travel to you if you get shield damage off. Bro, I want her dash. I still want it. I want her dash to be like Ratatasker's old Acorn dash, but like the same size that she had in Smite 1. So if you're capable of hitting a different god with every dash, you could dash 5 times. Is it like Sunder? No, because no. So you pick a god, just like in Smite 1, you ult them, but it does your ult in an AoE, which gives you gain movement speed, a percentage of their protections. You reduce enemies' movement speed and take their protections. So, you know, you're taking the protection, stealing them, taking their movement speed, stealing that. If it hits multiple targets, you take the protections from the most, whatever you got the most protections from. So probably the tank, whatever the tankiest person is, you get their protections stolen. And on hitting an enemy, a homing projectile. So I'm guessing afterwards, if you hit somebody, it might be anybody. This could be anybody. This could be just the fact that you ulted. Maybe during that time, if you hit anybody, you get the projectile. Maybe it has to be a god you hit with your ult. And then you also get this protection debuff. This seems OP. Like, this seems crazy OP. If this is stacking, it would be crazy. If this isn't stacking, this has to be a second buff, because this, it says you gain a percentage of the enemy's protections, right? And you reduce protections by the same amount. So that would counteract the idea of both of these, right? Protection debuff being 75%, protection buff 25%. That like directly opposes what this is saying. So this has to be a secondary buff. And this seems fucking crazy. I don't know about Nem's support, but maybe Nem's, like, Nem jungle still sounds cracked, but Nem solo also sounds kind of cracked. I mean, bro, so I did a build on Sobek the other day, like a real build, and I had almost 5k HP. Was it OG Nem solo? Yeah, but that was because the shield reflected 100% of damage and had no limit. So like, you just had a second of your shield, but whatever you ate in that second, you took no damage from, and it fucking sent it back. So you could eat like a whole Kraken. You could eat a Kraken and a Raw at the same time and take no damage with original Nem. But if you have 5k HP, so you're pulling 75 HP, right? I'm mathing correctly, off of every 1000. That's a pretty fat shield, bro. Like, that could be a wild, you're gonna see a strength, like high HP strength fucking solo lane build go crazy. 20% of strength would be like 35%, and then what, how does that work? 80 reflect 35%, and it's scaling by this, but how does that work in a percentage? Because this would be like 80, right? No, it'd be like full, with a tank build it'd probably be like 30 or 40. So is that 30 or 40%? And like, how does this work? I'm confused by that, bro. I'm confused by how that's gonna end up working. I'll be interested to see the patch notes on this. This whole kit for a data mining is the most confusing one I've seen so far. And it's like, the ability, like her abilities aren't confusing. You only have like 40, 60 strength on tanks max. Are you sure? Are you sure? I can't even check items. I don't know, bro. Cause like there's no way Amma said he had only 40, 60. Same with Herc. When he procs his ult, he's getting 40 strength, or sorry, he procs his passive, he's getting 40 strength. I mean, we don't know that it's items only, because like this is just your max health. This is including health. So yeah, I don't know. I will be interested. This sounds like Nem could be an OP solo laner though. Just assuming this works how it's written here. I don't know. Izanami? I don't think they changed Izanami, right? Oh wait. Gain pen and int for each 1% of your max health taken as damage. Each stack fades 10 seconds after the damage was taken. Stack count. Wait. Percent physical penetration increase 40%. Flat in increase 50. Wait, what the fuck? What? Izanami's not confirmed. It's just data mine that they think it's coming soon. Well, if these numbers are high, this is gonna be a wild passive, like an OP, just flat passive. So your one still increases your attack speed. Adds damage to, yeah, okay, it's same one. The one doesn't change. Stacks of bleed. Bleed damage is multiplied with each stack. Takes every 0.5 seconds to be activated without breaking stealth. Canceling this ability will end the effect early. Attack speed bonus 65%. All right. The thing that's weird is this is pen and int. This has no scaling on it from the data mining. 2, send forth the spectral projectile. Deals 210 flat, 80% scaling, 20% int scaling. Physical damage and slowing all enemies in a line. Spectral yeah. Cast without breaking stealth. Wait. You can use all your abilities while stealth. Yeah, the bleed is new, which might make this OP. This whole not breaking stealth thing just actually sounds crazy. Like it sounds so fucking crazy. Cause her stealth used to be so bad. So this might be a way to change that. Hold on, did her stealth always give her movement speed? Surely it didn't always give movement speed. Oh my god, bro, they kind of made her cracked, dude. They kind of, yeah, it was just a really long dash and a stealth, right? No movement. So they gave her movement speed. They made it so her abilities don't break stealth. They made it so they scale off of int. Her passive gives her int, and then her one now has a stacking bleed on it. Your ult is still summon a dark portal, 500 flat, 100% scaling, 30% int scaling, dot over time. Damage enemies are also silenced and slowed. Is the slow new? Slow is not affected by DR. Yeah, what up, Dark saying? Thank you for the 36. Shark, thank you for the 8. They gave her a slow on her ult that and a dot. That apparently ticks really hard. I guess you're super slow and takes damage a lot, or ticks for a lot at first, and then fades away. Movement speed, stealth that doesn't break, bleed, and this is nuts. They like they hyper buffed this fucking god. Why did Izzy get 4 fucking additions? Really 5? What? They're so small, right? But like together they're not small, they're huge. We're looking at Izanami for this, and then we got Thor. Bro, this passive is cracked. If at max passive it gives 40% pen and 50%, which you'd have to be really low HP, obviously. So you won't be getting it all the time, but I don't know. From the rest of this, you're probably not building int, but you might go, like if the ult's on a really long cooldown, you might go bracer. And you might go the int strength crit item, and you might go braggies. So you might have 3 int items, maybe. Then we got Thor. Thor gains physical power for each enemy got near him, up to 3. Thor gains Thunderstruck after using Berserker's Barrage or Anvil of Dawn. While Thunderstruck deals damage, bonus physical damage. Damage can arc to 2 nearby enemies. Thunderstruck's arc range is 3.2 meters. Each arc checks around the enemy it hit. An ability can only trigger Thunderstruck once per cast. Damage per level 1.5. Okay, base damage 4, 10% strength scaling. Not sure if this ability can chain to all gods. Since it says each arc checks around the enemy, or it's limited to a max of 2 arc. So this is what you used to get when you'd ult, when you'd land on your ult. You do like your autos would proc like fucking lightning, and your shit would proc it. But this is saying your 1 and your 3, right, can proc it as well, which is cool for, like, you know, it's actually, I don't know. This is also different. The scaling and everything is going to be different. So it really depends on how much extra damage this is adding. Oh, wait, 3 and ult? Oh, Anvil Dawn is the ult. I'm trolling. So 3 and the ult. All right, your 1, still throw the hammer. Odds hit by returning, take 200%. Minions take 100% damage. Reactive, you can teleport to it. Must be in a valid location. Thor cannot teleport if affected by hard CC. Cripple, same shit. Slam down your Fisher. Deals damage, 20% scaling. Enemies hit are also stunned. The Fisher blocks movement but allows projectiles to pass through. Reactive to, reactivate. You can, so it's like your mirror wall. The Fisher appears over 0.3 seconds. Stunning damage. Yeah, okay. 1.2 to 1.6 seconds. That sounds like a longer stun, right? But you can now take your wall down. So if you have a shitty wall, block your team off, you can take it down. Spin deals 20 to 80. This is different, right? 2 spins and a final cone attack. This is the same? I thought the cone is different. Is it just the 3rd swing or spin is now they're calling it a cone? The final hit deals 35 to 115. So you get 80 and 40% scaling. So let's say you have 200 strength, right? You're getting like 240, 240. Yeah, this is pretty good numbers. Gains 3 seconds of Thunderstruck, causing your hammers hits the arc and damage. Okay, fly to the sky, choose a location, 305 base. What the fuck is this? 85% strength scaling. You see me during this ability. Gain Thunderstruck for 6 seconds. Okay, so unless this is different, Thor is basically the exact same. They just gave him a mini ult passive, the Thunderstruck, onto his 3. The 3 has to be different looking. There's no way. It's got to be like more range or something. It sounds like they really want him to do AoE damage, like area. They just want him to control an area. But if this isn't different, then Thor's the exact same. You can take his wall down, which is not. It's cool, small quality of life change. I'm trying to. I mean, this is data mining, so there might be something that's not here. I hope, because if Izanami is 100% right and Thor is 100% right, then they made Izanami God mode and they barely fucking touched Thor. Once again, data mining, could be wrong. I'm just not really sure. He'll be good. I was just expecting Thor to get like some epic crazy thing. What's up, Sneaky Pete? Thank you for the 17 months. Interesting. I mean, I'm about it. I hope that's accurate and we fucking like have fun. Like Izanami's fun to play because she's been boring for years. That arc's gonna have to hit really hard too for it to be better. We may just go for a more visual update. It might be. Yeah, it might be. The 3 sounds different though, because I'm pretty sure Smite 1 Thor is not worded like that. Let's see. Smite 1 Thor abilities. So your Berserker Barrage. Thor spins his hammer around him, dealing damage to enemies in front of him up to 3 times and those behind him up to 2 times. That sounds the same. The final swing deals extra damage. That's the same. Thor is immune to knockup during this duration. That's the same. They just worded it differently. So unless it is now a big cone, Thor's 3 is the same.